Alright, welcome back, my charming conspirators. This is the horror game called Death Mark 2. We are on Chapter 7. Let's go ahead and just get right into this where we left off in the last video. This is on another level than helping me deal with the spirits and the notices. I have no idea what will happen next. And yet they decided to jump into the hellhole alongside me. Where does that determination of theirs come from? This is my job. I believe it is my fate to save those who are terrorized by the wrath of the spirits. I've only lived this long because my purpose in the world of the living has not been completed yet. This is my job too, because the old bag here asked me to, and in a more literal sense, because I actually get paid to do it. God, Mashida's attitude is so funny, man. The pay's worth the risk. Simple, straightforward answers. This is why I've placed my faith in them, a strong faith that can't be described in words. The simple ways they lead their lives makes me feel like I can trust them with mine. Thank you. Let's head out if we're done chatting. Yeah, let's go. Wait a minute, Mr. Villain. Can I come with you? Oh, God, man. Should we bring her? Crap. It's like I feel like if we bring her, she's at risk of dying, but if we don't bring her, she might be able to save us, though. I'm bringing her. The hell is wrong with you? Who in their right mind would bring a kid into the forest at night? You do make a good point. Stay put here, Doryu. But you look awfully pale, Doryu. If you collapse, you'll only make things more difficult for Villain. Let's both wait here, alright? Understood. Doryu nods reluctantly at Yasaka's insistence. Please be very careful, Mr. Villain. Let's bring an end to this stupid game, Villain. Well, I was trying to bring her because I thought that maybe she would have... Maybe there would still be some tie with Michiho, with the Departed, that Doryu could tap into. You know what I mean? That was my train of thought there. Alright, so... we got a spirit file here. Like all the other victims, Michiho's corpse disappeared from inside the clock tower. I asked Mashida and Yasaka to help me out. Mashida suspects Michiho might be the Departed, given their similarities. I need to investigate to see whether or not this theory is true. We needed information about Michiho to determine whether or not she was the Departed. Upon inspecting her room, I learned she used to like frogs instead of bugs. Doryu told me she changed around the end of August. I bet that's when the Departed killed Michiho and began masquerading as her. The book Yasaka deciphered has information about a ritual called the Departed's Wedding in M-Town and the village deities, Mushigami and Kabagami. Bugs and mold played a big role. Mushikabi Shrine, where the ritual took place, is located deep in Fox Forest. We need to find a way into the main shrine. Alright. Let's get a save on file before anything crazy happens. So we need to go here, go to the new building. Or was there a back door to the forest in the old building? I don't even remember. I was thinking we could go here or go out the main gate, but I might have to go to the old building. I don't remember. What was this way? I can't even go that way. Do we get on the bus? No. School dormitory. I think I have to go back to the old building. I want to say that there was some type of... pathway to get there from there, maybe. Okay, He did say something about the fox, though. Hold on. Where was that fox? Was it up on the... I actually might want to go check on that really quick. No, it won't let me. Okay. It's gotta be in the old building, then. It's gotta be... Either that or we could check on the fox that's out here. Well, there's something on the ground. Hold on. The light illuminating the ground is reflecting off something. I bend over and pick it up. Hell yeah. Villain and the others have leveled up. Hell yeah, man. A massive statue of the guardian fox stands here. It's darkened, which gives one of the impression that it's been here for quite some time. A guardian fox, huh? I guess this could be called the messenger of the gods. That's what I was saying. We might find a clue to the location of the Mushakabi shrine. We better inspect it. Bet this fox was originally put here to protect Mushigami Shrine. While the fox is usually known as the messenger of the Inari Shrine in other parts of Japan, I guess it's different in this area. I can't seem to find anything unusual about this even after I thoroughly inspect it. And it's not like this fox is just going to start talking. What do we do now? How long are you going to keep staring at that statue? You tried checking the pedestal? Oh, you're right. I direct my flashlight toward the weathered pedestal and inspect it, as Mashita watches with a look of annoyed disbelief. It looks like there are some letters written on the bottom part of the pedestal. This might lead us to the location of the shrine. Let's try to read it. Read. I try reading the letters on the bottom of the pedestal. However... Damn, I can't read anything with all the mold covering it. The hell, just brush it off then. I tried, but it didn't come off at all. It must be stuck on good since it's been growing undisturbed for so long. We need some mold remover? Damn it, we're encountering some really crappy things on this case. So where should we get some? Most stores are already closed for the night. Let's look around the school. They must have some kind of thing for cleaning. Though I didn't find any mold remover in the broom closet when I was investigating Hanako's case. And searching the entire school would definitely take some time. We better ask someone who's familiar with the school first. Worst case scenario, we'll head all the way back to Kujo Mansion to grab something that'll do it. Oh, okay. So we need to go back to the infirmary and ask Haim where to find some mold remover. Which is fine, because we needed to go back there anyway to cash in our things. Our soul power. What the hell is that about? Trade for sacred objects. Here we go. Huh? What brought you back? We've encountered a bit of a problem and need your help. I tell her about the mold on the pedestal and ask if she knows where we can find some mold remover. Mold remover? I'm pretty familiar with the school, but I have no idea where they keep that. My apologies. At this rate, I really will have to go back to the Kujo Mansion to get mold remover. Sorry for sticking my nose in, but... Is there any bleach around that you know of? Bleach? Mold remover and chlorine bleach have similar ingredients. Do you happen to know where some bleach is, Doryu? I'd imagine there'd be some in the science department. No student council room? Okay. I don't exactly remember where it is in the room, though. Alright, well that's good enough. Give me a chance to sip on my soda. Alright, should be a bottle of bleach in here somewhere. Let's get looking for it. No reason to dwaddle. Nothing inside the trash can, though it still smells really musty. On the desk, I find a notepad with something written on it. Will the next students' meeting be postponed due to recent events concerning the departed? What will happen to the clock tower project? I don't find any useful information. There are several printouts on the whiteboard. One of them is about the clock tower. Konoehara Academy Student Council notice. Konoehara Academy's 70th anniversary project, Wake Up Clock Tower. Built to commemorate the school's 10th anniversary, the clock tower is a representation of Konoehara Academy's 70-year history. To commemorate the 70th anniversary of the school, we would like to make another attempt to repair the clock tower, and your signature is required for this to happen. Your cooperation will be greatly appreciated. Let's use our power to move the hands of the clock again. Koko. We've scoured the student council room, but we haven't found anything to remove that mold. Maybe it's inside here. I open the door to find all sorts of miscellaneous stuff crammed inside. From a giant hole puncher and old notes to a certificate of commendation. I guess anything that isn't used often gets shoved into here. Among them is a bottle of liquid bleach. Got 'em. Judging by the weight, there seems to be plenty left. Alright. Crap, I was supposed to go to the corridor. My bad. Well, let's just run there.
Yoshi.
Yeesh. I open the bleach bottle and pour the liquid onto the pedestal. Then I wait a bit before using my handkerchief to remove the mold. It doesn't come off completely, but it does a decent enough job that I can actually make out the letters. We should be able to read what's written on the pedestal now. The writing on the pedestal is apparently a poem that seems a bit like a nursery rhyme. The old writing style and weathering make reading it a more difficult task than I'd anticipated, but I managed to copy it into my notebook. Follow the fox's whine, inviting us to the shrine, but the path is blocked by the serpent rock. The beast behind the zodiac shall be the one to open the track by imitating the serpent with its angry lament. Okay. What is the meaning of this rhyme? Maybe we can find out if we go to Fox Forest. Yeah, I'm trying to get there. What? Let me try going back out to this area. Oh, damn. Shrine front gate. I'm actually wondering if we could get back into the clock tower. I'm gonna go take a look. Normally the door is open at night. I just want to see if there was anything else in here. Guess not.
Yoshi.
Okay. I just wanted to check. Shrine front gate. Cool. Nothing new. Alright, let's go to the Fox Forest. Fox Forest is just beyond this gate. Mushikabi Shrine, where the departed's wedding is held, is located somewhere in this forest. Alright, villain. We don't know what kind of horrors are awaiting us in there. Hang on to this gun, but be very careful with it. Mashita hands me the paper bag again. Well, at least we got the gun back. It's heavy. Doubt I'll ever get used to this thing. You shouldn't. Let's go. So where do I go in here, though, is the thing. Relying on the faint light from my flashlight, we tentatively step into the darkness of the forest. Mr. Kakuri is no longer here. However, a more terrifying spirit might have replaced him. As fear and tension build up inside my mind, beads of sweat start running down my cheeks. Talking about my cheeks on my face or my butt cheeks? Hold on. Listen carefully. Do you hear that? Yeah, now I do. I hear a faint moan. It doesn't make any sense. Why are we hearing that here? I have a bad feeling about this. Hurry up. Mashita and I rush over to the source of the sound. After a while, I arrive at an open area full of trees. There. Damn. I find Sakamoto in a horrible state, so that's where she went missing. Sakamoto, what's happening to you? You all... Did something insanely big bug chew you up or something? What the heck happened to you? Are you perhaps Lord Mushigami? Come again? What are you saying? It's no use. She's clearly not in her right mind. For Christ's sakes, is there even anything we can do for her? Jesus Christ. Sakamoto suddenly screams. At that moment, the bugs clinging to her launch an attack. Damn, what are we gonna do, villain? We're in deep crap if we have to keep dealing with this. Oh boy, here we go. Well, I think she might be too far gone to save. I hope we can at least do something for her. Whether what's happening to Sakamoto now is a paranormal phenomenon or a mere hallucination. Maybe we can return Sakamoto to her senses. What should I do to help Sakamoto in this situation? I'm gonna team up. What should I do to help Sakamoto in this situation? Sakamoto's report, dried up frog, or bag. Probably ask her about her report. Show, read aloud. We unfold Sakamoto's report and read it out loud so that she can hear. We carefully read the report out loud, speaking loudly and clearly. Sakamoto isn't responding much, though. I can tell that she's listening. Is there still a glimmer of her consciousness left? If so, our voices might still reach her. Remember, Sakamoto. Yeah, this is the report you wrote. Huh? Is that my... But why is it... Looks like Sakamoto's returned to her senses a little bit. Looks like this is the right choice. Hell yeah, here we go. Oh, nice, it was just the one act? Damn, normally it's like 2 or 3. Why am I... Sakamoto murmurs, stupefied. Bugs are sticking out of the large holes in her head and chest. If this were a normal situation, those wounds would have killed her long ago. However she's talking, this is probably another instance of the Departed's curse. Mr. Villain, her remaining left eye fixes its gaze upon me. I guess she's recognized me. She's well beyond saving at this point, though maybe I can still ask some questions. What should I ask Sakamoto? Well, we should probably ask her where the damn shrine is. That's the whole reason why we're in the forest. Tell me where the main shrine is. You went there, didn't you? The main shrine... Shrine is beyond the Serpent Rock. There, make the bloody red? Pure blue. Make the bloody red? I'm just speechless. Like a puppet whose strings have been cut, Sakamoto collapses on the spot. She stops moving and... Instantly, insects swarm her body. They begin to devour her before my very eyes. Jesus Christ. Stop it. I try to kick the insects off her. This is futile. There's no way these bugs can be stopped. Please stop. Stop this. I can't bear to watch someone I knew get consumed by insects bit by bit. In the end, I have to avert my eyes. Once the insects finish eating her body, they scatter into the dark forest. Damn, everybody's dying, man. Everybody. There's not a trace of Sakamoto's remains, bones, or clothes left. God damn. Why, Sakamoto? Didn't that teacher try to railroad you out of the school? Yeah, but, I mean, the Departed doesn't want you to leave. That probably led her to being... Oh, yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Sakamoto was cursed by the Departed. That probably explains why she'd gone mad in the middle of writing her report. Hearing a voice in her head the way Izumi had. It was all because of her hostility toward me. It was because she got mixed up with me. If I wasn't here, then Sakamoto would. Let's pump the brakes on that right now. I'm not a priest, so I'm not here to listen to your pitiful wailing and offer you repentance. But maybe that woman was actually saved. Otherwise, she wouldn't have regained her sanity on the brink of death. And she wouldn't have been able to leave that hint for you either. I recall Sakamoto's last words. The main shrine is beyond the Serpent Rock. There, make the bloody red pure blue. The latter half is a mystery to me, but I've got an idea what she was referring to in the first half. Serpent Rock, also known on the Fox pedestal, is that the rock the key to get to the main shrine? Yeah, if we are where I think we are, there's like statues of animals, isn't there? Because we were here before. Wait, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
Cluster of mushrooms is growing on a tree trunk. Okay. Know your resentment? Who the hell are these people? That one chick right there looked like Hanako from Silent Hill F when she was the bride. What was that voice just now? That bridal procession. Hey, you seeing visions again? Yeah. Wow, that's a pretty handy way to gather information, seeing as our investigation so far is going nowhere fast. So what did you see? I relay the details about the scene I saw and what the voice told me. I see. If the description in the old book is right, that sounds like the departed's wedding. So you're saying I saw the past. The bridal procession went through the forest. I guess that they must have been heading to Mushikabi's shrine. Who'd the voice belong to, though? I have no idea, but know your resentment isn't the type of thing you say during a happy occasion. I knew it. There's something darker behind it. If we follow the bridal procession and head to Mushikabi Shrine, which is located somewhere deep in the forest, will we finally be able to find out the truth about the departed's wedding? Yeah, see, there's like these little pillars. That's a lantern. A mouse, okay. A cow. So we're looking for the snake. The tiger. Rabbit. I find something glowing inside the firebox. Intrigued, I peer into the firebox. Inside, clumps of mold are growing, almost looking like moss. It's a strange sight. Black and red mold are intermingled, making it look poisonous. This is a vision of hell or something? I spot a small object within. This is what was reflecting in the light. Except I need to put my hand into these ominous mounds of mold to pick it up. Let's do it. I have no choice. I slowly put my hands into the firebox. It's got to be a tooth. Slow but careful, I try to avoid the mold. My fingers ended up touching the mold. It feels muggy, but it's not indescribable. I get goosebumps all over my body. Repressing the urge to immediately pull my hand back, I extract said item buried in the mold. Got him. I wipe my hand thoroughly with a handkerchief. I make a mental note to wash both my hand and the handkerchief later. There's a dragon. Here's the snake right here. Behind the stones, there seems to be an animal tracks leading further into the woods, diverging from the path. Well, that is where we go. We follow the animal tracks surrounded by overgrown flora once again. I wonder what's waiting for me in this deep, dark forest. There's an open area in front of us. Something's there. An eerie voice has been ringing in my ears for quite some time. The further we walk down the path, the louder the chant-like sounds become. Does the cause of the spiritual phenomenon lie ahead? Oh, I'm like blocked by a boulder. Where's Chris Redfield when we need him? A gigantic rock is sitting in front of us. A thick sacred rope is wrapped around the rock. It's not resembling a snake head. This might be the serpent rock Sakamoto was talking about. But what do we do now? Rock and serpent. Serpent rock. Now that I think about it, Serpent Rock was also part of the rhyme written on the Guardian Fox's platform. I opened my notebook and checked the rhyme. Follow the fox's whine, inviting us to the shrine, but the path is blocked by the Serpent Rock. The beast behind the zodiac shall be the one to open the track by imitating the serpent with its angry lament. Follow the fox's whine, inviting us to the shrine. Yeah, we just read this. This is probably a clue how to get there. So if we go down this path, the beast behind the zodiac shall be the one to open the track. Open the path, that means we have to do something here. The main point here is the beast behind the zodiac. Until we can solve this riddle, we have no idea how to proceed. So what animal is the beast? Which animal is the beast in the rhyme? Dude, I don't know. Isn't the beast normally referred to as the devil? I tell Mashita the answer I come up with. Nah, I don't think so. What would make that beast behind the zodiac? What do you think, then? Hold on, I'm thinking. Mashita takes out his cigarette and lights it. He then starts pacing back and forth. This must be what he does when he's thinking hard about something. The beast behind the zodiac. He makes me wait until he finishes smoking an entire cigarette. This is just my guess. It's like, bro, I hope you know the answer, because I don't. But I think the beast is the cat? Why a cat? Oh, come on. Remember the 12 zodiac animals? Rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, and so on? According to the myth, when they were deciding on zodiac animals, the cat was late to the meeting, so it didn't get chosen. You must have heard that story before. No, not really. I can't say that I have. Well, what about the Lamet part? Maybe the path will open if we imitate a cat's meow? Why a meow? Hell if I know. Human common sense doesn't apply to spirit logic. Come on, villain, give it a try. Fine. That doesn't seem like it accomplished anything at all. I see, so simply imitating a cat isn't enough. The path won't open without a cat's meow. That sounds like it's imitating an angry snake. I don't get it. What we need is the sound of an angry cat that is trying to imitate a menacing snake. Yeah, that's not helping me. I can't even imagine what that would sound like. Seeing my confusion, Mashita shrugs his shoulders dejectedly. Like this. What? Villain. Dude, I don't know what the hell's happening, bro. This place is... Are we back where we started? The atmosphere here is different, though. Spider lilies are blooming prolifically, mushrooms glowing faintly. Everything looks surreal. As far as I can tell, I'm alive, but I feel like I've lost in the afterlife. Have we perhaps made it to the hidden path to Mishikabi Shrine? What are you spacing out on me for? Save all the brain work for later. We won't last long at this rate. Yeah. This area is filled with the curse's power. Where's the source of this power? I need to get rid of it immediately. Oh, so there's like a black tooth somewhere. I don't think the root of the curse is here. Better look somewhere else. Yeah, we gotta hurry up and find this thing. A guardian fox with flowers in its mouth. It looks like the one in the schoolyard. Maybe there are some secrets lying here. Let's take a closer look. Inspect. The guardian fox has a blue spider lily in its mouth. I thought I needed to collect it because of the mold, but I guess not. Okay, well, I clearly won't let me do anything. A cursed tooth, there we go. Raising my foot, I step on the tooth. Got him. The cursed tooth shatters into pieces. Strange, the curse doesn't abate. What? Crap, how's that possible? That's gotta mean the tooth you stepped on wasn't the cause of this curse. Ugh, we've gotta find the real curse cause then. I'm trying, bro. Looks like the one in the schoolyard. A guardian with a flower in its mouth. A blue spider lily. Oh, I can't do anything with a blue spider lily. What do I do? A guardian with flowers in mouth. Blue spider lily in its mouth. I see traces of animal tracks near the bushes beside the guardian fox. There might be something ahead. Okay. I'm trying to go forward. There we go. There we go. That worked. The severe chill and overwhelming pressure instantly vanish. Is that because the curse is no longer active? What is this place anyway? A mysterious area filled with blue flowers and a rustic-looking tomb in the center. This has to be some important meaning. I better inspect it thoroughly. Okay, well. So we start to the left. Two headstones with some words carved into them. The etching on one grave has weathered so much that it's basically unreadable, but at least it still has a few letters here and there. The other has scarcely any trace left that it ever said anything to begin with. An eerie voice is ringing in my ears again. Know your resentment? Could this voice belong to one of the spirits resting here? Whose graves are they, though? If only we could find out who the owners of these tombs are. Let's investigate. My eyes are fixed on the tomb, though I can barely make out anything due to how faint these letters are. Maybe I can deduce what's written on the stone if I run my fingers over it and feel for the indentations. Focusing my attention on the tip of my finger, I attempt to slowly trace the letters. I see on the left is GR, and on the right one is probably N or maybe an M. I'm pretty sure this is a word. What could it be? Probably groom. Due to the whole wedding thing. This must be groom. I give an answer in my mind. Was that wrong? I don't know. What? Did the spirit of this tomb just respond to my answer? If the owner of this grave is the spirit of a headless man in a wedding suit, is the one buried here one of the bridegrooms who died an unnatural death? I hear the sound of something small rolling around near the tomb. Oh, I got another tooth. Okay. Got him. Okay. Well, is that it? Okay, yeah, I guess that was it. We got something here in the middle. Blue spider lilies are growing in clumps. Spider lilies are usually red, though there are white and yellow varieties. However, blue spider lilies don't exist naturally. These might be mystical flowers that only bloom on this mysterious hidden path. What should I do with the blue spider lilies? I think I should probably bring one with me. Bring a single flower? Yeah. I pick up blue spider lily and put it in my bag. Got him. Is this the well from the ring? An old well surrounded by blue spider lilies. Why is it here? I have a bad feeling about this. Be careful if you want to inspect it, villain. Nodding to Mashida, I make up my mind and approach the well. Then I timidly peer inside. There I find a bunch of stones and gravel, that's all. Well, thank goodness my hunch was wrong. I don't know why they do that. What a disappointment. So... I don't know where we go from here. Oh crap, I'm still dying. What is this? A guardian fox with flowers in its mouth. It looks like the one in the schoolyard. Inspect. Blue spider lily in its mouth. So I wonder if there's one that doesn't have the spider lily in the mouth. Boy, so maybe that's what we need to keep doing. We gotta find one that doesn't have one, and then we put the blue flower in its mouth. I hear the piercing, high-pitched cry of a beast somewhere. Crap, I'm almost dead, dude. Chills run down my body. An ominous sense of terror is racing through my veins. This uncomfortable feeling only grows stronger as I explore further down the path. I gotta hurry. Oh, here's a different colored one. A guardian fox with flowers in its mouth. It looks like the one from the schoolyard. It has a red spider lily in its mouth. Okay, so I gotta do something with this one. This isn't a red spider lily. It's a blue spider lily that's been dyed red using blood. I replaced the bloodstained spider lily in the fox's mouth with a blue spider lily. So now we have the red one. Oh, thank God that lifted the curse. Jesus Christ, I was about to die. The malicious spiritual phenomenon in this place has subsided. Alright, thank God. Shrine this way. At the end of the hidden path, I find the grounds of a shrine surrounded by trees. Unlike the shrine on the main path, which was completely gone, crumbling remnants of this shrine remain. Is this the main shrine, the Mushakabi shrine? I mean, I would assume so. Resentment was born in this... Dude, stop killing me. I got 9 energy left. I feel the blood drain from my face when I hear that admonishing tone. The same voice I heard at the forest entrance and at the tomb. Will we uncover the owner of that voice if we investigate this place? Well, you always start to the left. Oh, there's something here. Darkness surrounds the back of the bushes. Only the occasional rustling of the leaves can be heard. Okay. Looks like this is the only thing to inspect. The crumbling shrine's remains are at the back of the grounds. The darkness of the wood makes it apparent that this shrine was built a long time ago. If this place really is Mushakabe's shrine, the departed's wedding took place here, right? Yeah. Here where Mushigami and Kabigami were enshrined. The chosen bride and groom held a sacred wedding as they wished for the famine in M-Town to end. You've probably guessed it, villain, but doesn't it seem likely that the departed is actually the spirit of the bride? They're obsessed with marriage. They must be tied to the wedding ritual. My guess is something happened during the ritual that is the source of her grudge. That makes a lot of sense. That being said, we need to learn what happened in this place. We'll never be able to exterminate the departed unless we learned the truth of what happened in the past and the origin of her resentment. Let's hope there are some clues left. Hope, don't make me laugh. Here's some words of wisdom for you. Truth is something you should reel in with brute force. When I take a closer look at the ruined shrine, I notice there's something buried there. Is that a wooden box? Going inside to collect it is a risky proposition. What should I do? Figure out a more cautious approach. Collect the box. Let's just get the box, bruh. Mashita, I'm going to get the wooden box. Seriously? I'll go get it. With your reflexes, you'll be trapped in there if the roof collapses. Alright, you get it then. I don't care. One of us needs to get it. Mashita steps into the shrine via a gap in the fallen roof. Cautiously avoiding the decaying pillars and floor, he proceeds slowly. Gah. Are you alright, Mashita? Quit making a fuss over nothing. I just hit my hand. Okay, this is the one you wanted, right? Mashita returns with a Paulowinia box in hand. He then puts it down on the ground. This is the only thing that stood out to me. Everything else in there is just broken pots and altars. Dude, why is the spirit clinging back to my back now? That's weird. Hurry up and open it, villain. Inside the box are a vermilion ink palette and a bundle of paper. While the ink might be old, the container was sealed, so it should still be usable. The paper's yellowing, so it must have been down there for quite a long time. There are some red stains on it as well. These look more like blood than ink, though. Obtained blood-stained papers. Obtained vermilion ink. There's something written on the paper. Read it. I can't read it quickly. It's written in old script, and I can't make it out. We'd better have Yasaka do it. The hell? You're just gonna keep me in suspense? How about the stuff on the first 3 papers? Aren't those names? Fine, I'll read it. Toolbox, Mushigami Groom, Saguyo Kitajima Head, Kabigami Groom, Gyro Uchikashai Head. The part mentioning heads is stained with blood, making it difficult to decipher. What the heck is that head part? No idea. I'll read the second and third sheets. Marriage, Kabigami Bride, Makiko Mayamura, Mashigama Bride, Michayo Mayumura. The ceremony will be held on year XX, month XX, day XX. Mushagabi Shrine Priest, Yujituru Azumi, and 6 others. There are thumbprints next to the 3 names. That's what the vermilion ink must have been used for. The priest's last name is Azumi. Is that just a coincidence? Yeah, I think not. Makiko Mayamura and Michiyo Mayamura, are they the brides for the departed's wedding? If this ceremony is the genesis of the departed's resentment, one of them might have died a horrible death and become the departed. Which one of them, then? Know your resentment. With us, brides. Oh, God. Dude. Dignified man's voice, the departed ceremony. Remember, this is an important duty. Everything shall go smoothly. I have finished with the toolbox. Next step is preparing for the wedding. No, stop. Big sis, I'm afraid. A vision is projected into my mind. Oh, damn. Several men are holding down 2 women in a dimly lit room. Yeah, there's bugs crawling on them, too. Those men are putting horrifying insects and mold on the bodies of the 2 women. And in the back, there's a small offering stand with the heads of 2 men placed upon it. Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah, their heads are decapitated. The woman let out pained groans. Keep your makeup on now. The men continue to apply the disgusting makeup in silence. The woman on the left is covered in mold, while the one on the right is riddled with bugs. Their porcelain skin has been made filthy. The women scream and contort. However, the men prevent them from escaping. Do not struggle, do not scream. Your stamina is essential for the ceremony. Hours, days, weeks from now, we shall paint you with the color of bugs and mold, so you shall be suitable brides for the deities. You're lying. Her voice is mixed with pain and anger, and yet her words don't register with the men at all as they continue to smear bugs and mold onto them with expressionless faces. Spend your days covered in bugs and mold, eating bugs and mold. Your organs shall be infused with mold, and the cavities in your body shall be filled with insects. Jesus Christ. It will be as if you have departed from this world. Lords Mushigami and Kabigami should be delighted to see how beautiful their brides are. We're alive, yet we're rotting. Our porcelain skin turns black as mold. Our hair becomes the color of a silkworm's cocoon. This suffering is the pledge of a happy couple. No, no, no. This isn't the pledge I hoped for. Yeah, I can't imagine it would be. I shall never forget this, everyone in this village. Even if I die and become the departed. I shall kill you. I shall put a curse upon you. This is not good. This is not good. As my vision starts to blur, I regain my senses. However, my breathing is ragged and my body is trembling uncontrollably. I felt this intense loathing flowing through me when the vision came in. It's all their fault. Hey, why are you shaking so much? What happened? Mashida, I think I know the origin of the departed's resentment. What did you say? Oh, Jesus, it's back. The departed. Since when did you get here? Like an insect, the departed wriggles their way closer. It's like the time when I killed Michiho. But why are they here? Does this place really hold meaning for them? So am I really gonna kill, like, Mashida instead of the departed like I did with Michiho here? My dear husband. Despite the transformation, their nickname for me remains the same. As well as their obsession toward me. The departed. Forcing myself to suppress my fear, I propel words out of my mouth. There's something I want to ask them. Are you Michiho? Or were you killed here? I'm gonna ask them why they were killed here, because it looked like they were being smeared with bugs and mold. Were you killed here? So you saw. Yeah, I did see. You saw the ugly part of me. Were you Maya Murray in your past life? Forget the ugly me. I shall be more beautiful soon. For you, dear husband. Do you still regret what happened? I can help you dispel it. Cut that crap out, villain. Don't talk with the dead or you'll be dragged to their world. I'm already in the world, bruh. Thanks, Mashida. For Christ's sakes, are you trying to get yourself killed? Get your crap together and prepare yourself, got it? Okay. Oh, boy. What? I am the one who should be standing next to my husband. You are a hindrance. Achoo! Ack. Mashida clutches his chest as he lets out a painful groan. Are they going after Mashida? Mashida. Crap, they're really messing with me. The departed harbors hostile feelings toward Mashida. Mashida will be in danger if we confront the departed now. Then again, our opponent for this battle is the departed. There's no way we'll be able to run away from them easily. If we're going to run away, I need to create an opening. How do I take advantage of the departed's feelings in order to create an opening? Let's always team up. So the last time we did create an opening, we used a gun to fire at Mr. Kakuri. Let's try that again. Fire a warning shot, shoot the departed. I think I'm going to shoot the departed. All right, guys, I'm actually running out of time here. I'm going to pick up right where I left off here very soon. We're going to do this again, and we're going to shoot